I came here to drink tea and do woodwork, and I'm all out of tea.
Love, put the kettle on. Let's do some woodwork. Hey everybody, welcome back. This week is going to be slightly different. I'm going to try and restore. No, it's not a restoration. The chair technically is absolutely fine. There's been a few major issues with the arms, and my dad, who now owns this chair, did try and fix it, but with hot glue. What was he playing at? So this chair belonged to my granddad, an absolutely lovely guy who unfortunately I never got to meet. But I heard lots and lots of stories from my nan, God bless her, and a lot of the other family members. With my dad getting into his twilight years, he's taken on this chair, but unfortunately he's very, very old. When I was around there recently, I saw the fix that he did to the arm, and to be honest, I just wanted to cry. What an absolute plonker! So like most of the things, if they've got a problem with them, they come to me. And they've very generously asked me to paint it as well. So the wire brushes that I'm going to be using this week are the Parkside wire brush set, picked up in the DIY event recently. I'm going to be using this on a electric drill, and we'll see how we get on. So now I've sanded it all back, and it's got a nice key to it. I'll put some air across it just to clean up all the dust that was deep in the pores and the such. And now I've got to try and work out the best way to try and fix this arm. As you can see, it was an absolute bodge job, and it was rushed, and apparently that'll do. Don't think so, not in my world anyway. Now I do have a heat gun somewhere, but I just can't find it at the moment, so I'm going to try my blowtorch. So I've removed all the hot glue now from the arm, and a lot more came out than what I was expecting. It took me a few times just reheating it with a lighter, just going over gently and then just scraping it all off, either with a screwdriver or just with your hand. It doesn't get too hot, so that's okay to do. So now comes the time that I need to put the two bits together. I'm going to be using wood glue. Yes, Dad, pay attention, wood glue. And then I'm going to be fixing it down again with the Jubilee clip that my dad, okay, I'll give him that one, quite cleverly used. So this is the filler I'm going to be using, 2-part wood filler. So along with this can you get the hardener. It comes like this. The instructions do say for every golf ball size part you use a pea size of the hardener. So I've got a little bit of cardboard and I'm going to be mixing it up. So this is the gap I want to be filling. So using little amounts, just going to push it well into that gap there. The filler's all gone off, nice and hard, and I've sanded it back as you've just seen. Now it may look like I've basically taken all of the filler out, but I haven't. I've just left what was important, that was filling all the cracks, and I overfilled them because at the back I needed to remould past the arm itself. So now that's all done, it's time to start spraying. Before we start spraying we need to mix up some paint. Now paint straight out of the can just is too thick to go through a spray gun, so we need to water it down. So the paint I'm going to be using is this stuff. Technically I should be using a primer paint, but I seem to have run out. I've run around the house, I can't find any. So this stuff is going to do exactly the same thing. So to mix it, I'm going to be using an old jug. This one's been through the wars a bit, but it's all perfectly clean. And I'm also going to be using some old tights. I'm no pervert. Just to get out any of the lumps that might be in the paint. Okay, so I've managed to pour about 300 mils of paint in there, as you can see, and I want to add approximately 30 mils, so 10% of water. So again, this will just depend on the type of paint you're going to be using, but I know from experience of when I've last done it, it needs about 10% paint to water ratio. So after a quick change and a nice bit of advertising on the old hat, we're now ready to start putting all the bits and pieces together. So again, I'm going to be using my spray gun here. It's the 𝐅𝐵 HV-LP gravity fed gun with a 600mm cup. The tip that I'm using is a 1.4. It's a general purpose for me. I haven't changed it since getting out of the box. So this gun, the air pressure recommended is between 2 to 3 bar. So I need to turn down my compressor slightly to make sure I'm not overloading the gun. Two coats now on the chair and we're ready for the final spray. So here we go. And there you go, not a bad little fix, was it? The arm came out a lot better than what I was expecting, and now it's got the second coat of the finished paint on. You can hardly see it. Unfortunately, the day that I chose to do the final bits of spraying, it started spitting. The first layer I put on the paint, it started bubbling because the rainwater was sitting on top of it. Once this had dried, I went over again and put a little bit of a thicker layer on for the second coat. I didn't film it because basically it's what I've been doing the whole way through this video. Now, restoring furniture isn't something that I normally do. It's purely because I was asked to by my parents and I'm a nice son. What can I say? If you've liked this video, then please do check out all my others, and also as well, if you haven't already, click the subscribe button down below. You'll be first to hear of when I put out any new videos. Also, while you're down there, why don't you click on the like button? It really does help me out. Until then, I'll see you soon.